Hello Capricorn, and welcome to Wild Magnolia Tarot. My name is Maddie, and this is going to be your weekly reading for whenever you see this video. I'm going to start doing all my weeklies as timeless so that they can apply to a wider array of people over a greater span of time. Quick disclaimer, this is a general reading and cannot possibly resonate with everyone, so take what does resonate, leave what does not, and if none of it resonates, you can check out one of the readings for your other signs, or you can go check out some of the many beautiful, talented readers on this platform who may have something more attuned to your situation this week. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a doctor, lawyer, physician, therapist, counselor, financial expert, etc. I am just a girl with a passion for the tarot, and anything that I say resembling advice is based solely on my opinion, my own knowledge, my own experiences, my interpretations of the cards, and any other little bits and pieces that may occur to me intuitively throughout the reading. If this reading does resonate, if you do enjoy it and you'd like to see more, feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel so that you can get notified when I upload videos in the future. And if you have any ideas for readings that you'd like to see me do on my channel, pick a cards, themed readings, etc., leave it in a comment. I would love to see your ideas, your suggestions, and implement them in future videos. Alright, now that we've got all that out of the way, we'll go ahead and get started. We're starting, as usual, with an archetype card. And you guys this week have Damsel. The light attributes. Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. The shadow attributes. Waiting for a knight to provide for you seduction by romantic illusion. So you may be being asked to evaluate a relationship that you're in, possibly multiple relationships, or perhaps if you're having trouble establishing a good relationship, perhaps your idea of what it means to be in a relationship, or your idea of what is to be expected out of a partnership. These might be things that you need to focus on this week. Next card I'm going to pull is going to be from the Psychic Tarot, and this is going to give us an idea of what kinds of energies may be at play in your situation this week, whether they be affecting you directly or just affecting your situation. I'm going to tilt the camera a little bit to try to get the microphone out of the shot, if possible. I don't know. Okay, so we have wisdom. So this is a learning moment for you this week in terms of relationships, partnerships, matters of love. There could be some kind of situation or issue going on right now that may seem, negative or painful, that is causing you to evaluate these themes in your life. But the sole purpose is to bring you more wisdom, to teach you something very important about yourself, about life, about the nature of relationships in general. I kind of get that it could be... I kind of feel like there could be somebody who places a certain amount of their self-worth in their relationships, or bases their self-worth in the relationship that they're in, which could lead to clinginess or over-investing in a relationship, or giving too much of yourself away to somebody else because you think that's what gives your life meaning, or that's what you feel. And no judgment when I say that, by the way. It's not that unreasonable, but it's also not very healthy either. And it could also be the case for some that you may be using a relationship or throwing yourself into some kind of romantic situation in order to kind of avoid working on personal issues within your life, or you're not recognizing the relationship between your personal issues and any issues that might arise in a romantic relationship. Usually, I tell people that I don't do love readings, and the reason why I say that is because every time I've ever done a love reading, it's always ended up being about personal development or resolving past trauma, things of that nature. It's never just about a relationship. It's never just about love. It's always rooted in something much deeper, much more personal. So if there are any relationship issues arising for you guys, then the answer is going to probably be to dive deeper within yourself. Yeah, okay. I'll stop there for now. Let's pull some cards from the Memento Mori deck to give us an idea of what the main situation is that you're going to be dealing with this week. The main themes that'll be popping up. So we have the snake. A couple different ways this can be interpreted. The old way of interpreting the snake is going to be somebody who is deceptive, possibly seductive, somebody who may be manipulative, but the snake can also represent transformations. Physical transformations, emotional transformations, spiritual transformations. The way the snake sheds its skin and renews itself. So what I'm saying is I need more cards. And I'll be clarifying all of these with tarot cards as well. Okay, so we have the hourglass. Kind of this feeling that there may be a deadline coming up, or that this could also just simply have to do with divine timing, something coming to an end. Some kind of time limit being placed. Let's see what else we've got. We have the rope. The rope can bind you, but the rope can also secure you. Perhaps the question is, who or what are you tying your rope to? Is it good for you? Will it last? Is it secure? There's an old saying about something about what wagon you hitch your horse to, or something like that pops into mind. I wish I actually knew what it was, because it would sound much more intelligent when I said it, but let's see. And then we have the woman. Good grief. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. I need to turn it down. I'm gonna turn it down. So this could have to do with the woman in your life. The woman could be you. This woman could be the subject of the relationship that's in question in this reading so far. This could be somebody new coming into your life as well. I'm just going to turn my phone down. Okay, so before I start clarifying with the tarot cards, we have the damsel, the snake, the hourglass, the rope, and the woman, and then followed that up with wisdom. So I think that this is a major transformation going on with, because of that snake compared with the hourglass. Like something is, like the time is running out, or time is up. It's the time for this transformation to occur is about to arrive. And I think that the rope is implying a certain level of freedom that's going to be attained through this transformation process. And I think that that's going to be a freedom of, perhaps it'll be the separation of your sense of self-worth to your relationship status, if that makes sense. That through this personal transformation, you'll become more secure in yourself, you'll become more independent, and you will no longer be so reliant on any relationship in particular, or the need to be in a relationship. And this process could bring in, that could be what this woman is about, and it doesn't have to be a woman, it could just be representative of like the feminine principle. But there is potential that this could open the door to a new relationship, somebody new coming into your life who can provide a more healthy, balanced partnership. Or this could all be about if you are a woman, you know, or if you're a man, kind of becoming stronger and more confident and secure in your feminine side. Okay, having more love for self, being more in tune with your intuition, more in tune with your own emotions, having that greater understanding of what goes on within you underneath the surface, having a greater understanding of self and what you need and what you want, and just being comfortable being with yourself. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and I will clarify with some tarot cards. We'll start out clarifying that snake. So the Five of Fire, intentions, strategy, and conflict. So this snake could represent an untrustworthy individual in your life creating conflict. That is possible. Or it could be that this transformation is being triggered by a conflict in your life that is forcing you to make some major changes to, you know, and to basically practice some deep self-reflection. I'm going to clarify that Five of Fire. Okay, so we have the Two of Fire, and it did come out in reverse: incubation, pregnancy, and nurturance. This does not mean that you are or are not pregnant. This has more to do with creative energy, the ability to incubate, nurture an idea or a passion of some kind. This can also indicate to me that a situation that you are in at this time, whether it be that relationship or your internal environment, is just not very conducive to growth, right? It's not, you're not nurturing yourself right now. You're not in a situation that is nurturing your development, your personal growth. And that's why this transformation has to take place. That's why there has to be some major changes put into effect in order to create a life or create an environment that is much more nurturing and allows for expansion and creative growth, right? Let's see. Let's clarify the hourglass now. So you have the Eight of Water, and it says, hiding from judgment and insecurity. The number 8 often carries these themes of needing to get away from something, or a need to escape, or moving away from something old in search of something new and better. Removing yourself from a toxic or just an unhealthy situation. Because we have that Five of Fire, Five of Wands energy on the table right now. And then we have the hourglass here, indicating that time is running out, or that, you know, something is going to have to occur, that the time is almost here for something to occur. And then we have this Eight of Cups or Eight of Water energy. I think that's indicating that something that you've been avoiding for a long time, whether it be a change that you need to make that you are aware of, but that you've kind of been ignoring or putting off, that it's getting to the point where you're going to be forced by circumstance, by the universe, to make these changes. You're going to be forced to face any issues that you have not wanted to acknowledge or confront. And that could be the imbalance in a relationship that you're going to be forced to deal with, or that is going to be like put right in front of your face, and you're not going to be able to look away. You're not going to be able to avoid it anymore. And it's going to force you to change direction and put yourself on a better path for you, for your growth. And I think it's going to force you to have to work through your own insecurities, your own personal issues that might keep you in an unhealthy relationship or in an unhealthy situation. So basically, for some of you guys, you've had opportunities to create something better for yourself, but out of fear and avoidance, you have not taken those opportunities. And so now it's like, now it's going down. It's going down, and you can't avoid it anymore. And that might sound intimidating or scary or upsetting, but it is for your greater interest. It is for, for the best for you that this occur at this time. And it has to for you to grow. It has to for you to enter this next chapter of your life. And for you to eventually grow to be the person that you are meant to be. To learn the lessons that I believe you chose to learn before even incarnating on this planet. And we come back here to the wisdom card. That ultimately everything that's occurring in your life right now, it's happening for you, not to you. It is happening to teach you a very important lesson, something that you need to know to move into the future. So when it seems like things are uncomfortable or painful or difficult to deal with, just keep that in mind. Try to remove yourself from that firsthand subjective perspective. Try to take a look at the situation, the bigger picture, and recognize how ultimately these changes will benefit you moving forward. I'm going to clarify the 8 of Water just because. Alright, we have the 9 of Earth. It says vigilance, watchfulness, and supervision. Another thing, though, that the 9 of Earth represents is independence, corresponding to that 9 of Pentacles energy. Okay? Being able to be your own person and to have that faith in your own ability to succeed on your own merit, on your own hard work. That you don't need anybody else to be valuable or to be successful in your life, that you can do it all for yourself. So I think that's kind of the root of the lesson for you guys here. Moving on to the rope, clarifying the rope, we have the 3 of Fire. Expression, confidence, and communication. So it seems like this rope may have bound your ability to express your own emotions, express what you want, express your feelings, and perhaps there have been constraints on your ability to communicate for one reason or another, whether that be a fear of confrontation or an element of manipulation from somebody else who does not want to allow effective communication. Either way, communication is definitely an issue, and part of this transformation process is going to be you removing those limitations or restrictions to your ability to communicate so that you can say exactly what you feel, exactly what you mean, and do so freely without fear of retaliation, without fear of judgment. And also so that you can express your feelings openly and completely, and then there's nothing that is left unsaid. There's no question, there's no room for assumption or misinterpretation, because you're being concise, you're being clear, and you are saying what's on your heart and releasing it so that you're not carrying it around with you everywhere you go and allowing it to build up and weigh you down. Let's clarify that one more time. So we have the 2 of Earth. Science, education, and mentorship is what it says on the card, but the 2 of Earth can also just be about balancing the earthly material part of your life with more internal, mental, emotional, spiritual pursuits. I think too that these transformations or these changes that are occurring in your life are going to allow you to focus more on your education or developing a skill of some kind. Perhaps there's been an imbalance where some emotional matters have kind of overtaken more practical areas of your life. And so now it's time to get back to focusing on more earthly things and getting that back on track to, working towards a material goal, or just an education, right? Developing a skill. So now we're going to clarify that woman. Who's the woman? 10 of Fire. Observation, big picture, and discovery. I'm going to clarify that one more time before I speak much more on that one. I want to get a better idea of the relationship between this element of discovery and this woman. Okay, we have the Queen of Air. Powerful ally, loyalty, and honor. So this could be somebody new coming into your life who supports you on your journey, who can offer a very deep and healthy perspective on your situation, someone who has something to teach you as you move forward, as you start to grow in this transformation. And being the Queen of Air, this is also someone who is very strong in their ability to see the truth, understand the core of an issue, to cut away anything that is false or unnecessary, and make decisions based on what they know to be the truth. So there's a level of confidence implied in that as well. Being confident in your understanding of your truth, being able to live that truth and stand by that truth and defend that truth. And that ties back into the wisdom card, of course, because it's this truth being revealed to you, this truth that you are recognizing. This is the wisdom that you are gaining through this transformational process. So now I'm going to go ahead and switch to some oracle cards. I have this new deck. It's called the Terra Oracle deck, and it's all animals, and it's beautiful, and I want to use it. So we're going to draw a few cards from that, and this is just any additional insight or advice from Spirit that could be helpful to you guys at this time. So we're starting out with the Pig. Indulgence. There's a negative side and a positive side to indulgence. Indulging, allowing yourself to enjoy something. And then we have the Hyena. Opportunity. So allowing yourself to indulge in an opportunity or to accept an opportunity that is being presented to you at this time. Or in the future, once you make it through this transformation, there may be an opportunity that arises for you, and where there may have been some part of your life that limited you from being able or feeling like you could take advantage of that opportunity. Now you're going to be in a place where you're going to be confident in your ability to take advantage of that opportunity and make something out of it for yourself. And there won't be anyone stopping you from doing that. There won't be any feelings of guilt or any feeling of that you're not capable or that you can't accomplish something. That will be gone. Yes, we have the Great White. Okay, power. Recognizing your own power, standing within it, utilizing it to achieve your goals, utilizing it to take advantage of those opportunities, recognizing that you are strong, that you are intelligent, and that you are totally capable of doing whatever the hell you want to do. Let's switch decks now to the Illuminated Earth Oracle. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I use in my readings, I'm going to be linking them in the description box. I forgot to mention that earlier. And many of them are from independent artists, and if you can and you want to, I definitely encourage you to support their work in any way that you can. Okay, we have vulnerability. This has come up in a lot of my readings this week, guys. The opening of the heart, exposing those raw nerves of emotion in order to allow light in order to allow something positive to take place of a void or something negative that you've been harboring for some time. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable, taking an emotional risk or a material risk as well. Just allowing yourself to be vulnerable, because that is when that's when you allow yourself to grow. That is when you put yourself out there and you take advantage of opportunities, or you put yourself out there and try something that you want, but you're not sure. That's the vulnerable aspect of it. You're not sure. There's no certainty. There's really no certainty in anything. But before, where a lack of certainty would stop you completely, now you can allow yourself to be vulnerable and you can try. I mean, trying is the first step of being successful. If you don't try, you can't be successful. I think that part of what you're learning in this process right now is how to be comfortable in your own vulnerability so that you can try something new that you probably wouldn't have allowed yourself to even dream about before because you didn't have that confidence. But being more aware of your ability to adapt, your ability to learn and gain knowledge, gain skills, your ability to, learn from failure and then try again, apply what you've learned, that you can eventually be successful if you try. And this kind of relates back to that element of independence as well, right? That perhaps you got into this cycle of depending on others because you weren't confident in your own abilities to succeed or to provide for yourself. And Spirit is telling you that you can do it by yourself and that you have to, try to do it alone, which would bring that element of vulnerability back in because you feel that there's no one else that you can fall back on. But listen here, I think, is that you don't need anyone else but yourself, that you are totally capable of being successful on your own merit, on your own hard work. I know I said that earlier, but it's important. So we have fire, raw creative energy. Also symbolizes that connection to spirit or to source, a direct connection to whatever inspires you. So some of you guys may be on track to creating something new, something innovative. Perhaps some of you guys are engineers or inventors or artists. And this transformation process kind of allows you to unlock your creative abilities, especially if any of you have been experiencing any kind of creative block. Then I have a feeling that that'll be removed in this as you move forward. Okay, so we have humanity, and this has a lot to do with growth and raising awareness, raising your own awareness, developing your consciousness, becoming more aware of self and your relation to the rest of the world, your relation to the rest of humanity. I think too that this can have this can be related to recognizing the impact that you have on people around you and the impact that you have on your community and vice versa. Okay, so we have wood, expansion, growth, material expansion and material growth specifically, success, all things implied here. And wood is a resource, and so there's also on the back end of that a bit of an implication having to do with moderation, moderately and wisely using resources to achieve that success or meet your needs. Let's see. Get one more from this deck. Okay, this is a beautiful card. Look at that. The Ram. Leadership. Taking charge. Tapping into that fiery source of inspiration and creativity within yourself to make shit happen, to manifest the life that you want, to create, period, just to create. Taking charge of your life as the strong and independent individual that you are, and using your skills and your talents and the knowledge that you've obtained up until this point to create something positive out of it. Something that will benefit you, but something that can also benefit the people around you or the world as a whole. And I say that because we got that humanity card, that there is something here that you have to offer humanity, not just yourself, not just somebody else in your family, or not just somebody in a relationship, but like the world, something that you have to offer. Something that is being uncovered, unlocked, and nurtured at this time as you move through this transition. It's very much a personal awakening that you're going through right now, for sure. You will not be able to go back to your old way of thinking or living after you make it through this process. And that's a good thing. This is a lot of growth occurring for you guys right now. In a very good way. Okay. Every journey starts with a single step. Ain't it true, though? If you're intimidated by the idea of making some kind of major transition and changing the entire way that you live your life and think and breathe and act, if that sounds like a lot, reduce it down to just one thing, one action, one goal. Make a bunch of little goals and meet those goals, and then make more goals after that, and then meet those goals. Baby steps will get you there just as fast as giant leaps. Baby steps. Don't get ahead of yourself trying to manifest this grandiose vision of the future that you might have in your mind at this moment. Just start doing the little things that get you on the right path, that get you moving forward. And I think that first step for you guys is going to start with expressing yourself and being able to communicate openly with somebody or with everybody around you. And a part of the next step after that will be establishing your own autonomy, standing in your own self-confidence, putting your foot down and taking control of your life. However that will occur for you, it could be different for different people, but let's say you're in a relationship that controls your life, basically. It doesn't have to be malicious, but, it takes a lot of your focus, a lot of your time, and, you don't have a lot of personal freedom in that relationship. Well, putting your foot down and saying, from now on, I do what I want, when I want, and I'm going to focus on my own life right now. That's a big step. I'm not going to lie. That's not just a baby step. That's a really big step. But that could be the first step to triggering this entire metamorphosis. Just a thought. So we'll go ahead and pull 2 more cards for you guys, and then we'll call it good. Alright, we have chop wood. This is all about doing the hard work. I think it's funny that you have that element of wood coming into the reading again. Definitely a material or earthly focus for you guys right now. You're really being called to focus on your own life, to focus on your own ambition. And Spirit is telling you that it is okay to do that. That you don't have to make your life about anybody else. You do not have to make your life about a relationship. It is perfectly okay for 2 completely independent people to come together and enjoy each other's company while still being 2 completely independent people. And it is perfectly reasonable for you to take time to focus on yourself, to focus on your own development, to focus on your career or your education. Whatever it is that you want to build, whatever it is that you feel passionate about and that you want to achieve, it is perfectly reasonable for you to focus all of your energy on that at this time. And if the relationship that you're in, if you are in a relationship, if it's a healthy, solid, 2-sided relationship, then that other individual is going to love you and understand and appreciate, your honesty and your drive towards success. You know what I mean? And if they don't understand, that could be where they're at in their journey, and perhaps they need to learn something very similar, that they can be independent without you, that they can accomplish great things in their lives without having to rely on anybody else, that they can direct themselves and make great things happen. This could be something that you both learn together if you are in a relationship that has that codependent dynamic. Perhaps you could teach each other how to be whole and independent, 2 whole independent units that come together to create something new and wonderful, but that do not rely on each other for survival or worthiness, I guess. That's not the word I wanted to use, but it was the one that came to mind. Let's see. So we'll pull 1 more card for you guys. Well, I said one, but I got two. So we have openness and power. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Nope. That's kind of a silly way I went about that. There we go. Openness and power. So that openness has to do with that communication aspect that I was talking about earlier. Being able to openly express your feelings and your desires for your own life. And then power, taking power back over your life. Standing in your own power, recognizing that you are a very powerful individual and that you can manifest the life that you want on your own by doing the hard work, by making a plan and committing. And that's really all it takes. You are so powerful, you are so capable, that as long as you try, you can have whatever you want. You can do and create whatever you want. So allow yourself to dream big. Be open about your feelings and your intentions. Be open about what you want to accomplish in your life. And stand in your power and make it happen. Okay, that's going to be the lesson for you guys. That's what this wisdom is all about. This is the universe. Right now, whatever situation you're in right now, this is the universe trying to show you that you are a capable, independent human being. And that you have the power to create whatever you want. Okay, so that's what I've got for you guys this week. I hope that was helpful for at least somebody. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, again, if you enjoyed it and you want to see more, like this video, subscribe to my channel, you'll get notified, etc., etc. And until next time, you guys take care, and I'll see you later.